Hello and welcome to
Let's
our
talk about
channel.
the new Panda D of 413D1.
Let's make a comparison. Factory C is the one on the left of the zero test. Then the word on the right is versus product. For this style, it's a big hit.
Then there are many factories.
Nobody knows how to choose. The most current market, okay, the two factories are C versus, let's make a comparison. If you look at it from the right eye, if we say no film, it's really hard to tell which one is which. Basically, both fields are done
Exactly the same.
If you want to compare carefully, there are still some subtle differences, but if we were alone together, it's hard to tell the difference. Put the two together and you can still compare them. Let's take a look at its outer ring
As
first.
for the new outer ring, it has added this.
The iron sheet is different from the old one. The outer ring of the new model has become even smaller. Did you add iron sheets? Let's take a look at the difference between the outer ring. This is for C and this one is for VS. The difference between the outer ring,
lettering.
in fact, the lettering of both fields is very good. If you want to compare carefully,
Very similar to his lettering.
his lettering can be engraved more than obvious. And then this is the outer ring. Look at the VS field. VS outer ring. It needs to be engraved. It is a little more delicate than the C1. It will be more obvious this way. Just UM. This M will be clearer if you look at it like this. And this P12 of P12C?
And thicker. This is not yes.
In this way, it is still more delicate. Just such a subtle difference. Just here in the outer circle. But if we go to see it from a normal social distance, both are difficult to distinguish. But if you want to compete, the outer circle of V's, in fact, he is more than
C's need to do a little better.
including these lettering. The other lettering is the same.
This is it right here. See, obviously his scar is thicker.
It's a little mushy. Then this is versus, and then it's more delicate. This lettering. Both lettering are relatively deep. And the glass mirror is the same. It's very transparent. And looking sideways, he's got a bump. Then the words of the two shades next to it, color differences are actually, they're all done very close.
But it will be a little different.
It's his white words of C.
Seems to be a little whiter. And then
Versus this white hair will be more biased.
yellow, a little white.
It's not yellow and white, it's just a little yellowish. It's hard to ask if you see it alone. Which of the two is more correct? In fact, both are correct, because it is made in different batches. He will have a little color difference as a problem. But two colors, actual two.
This is already done very well.
It will do better than other factories. Then adjust these, which are also more sharp. The luminous light will be enlarged a little later to see this luminous light. If it is filled, it is also and for luminous light, it also does this. Darker. It just looks dirty.
That's what it looks like. And this is a 5-leaf snake.
It's not that kind of dead white luminous filling. It will be a little darker. There is a feeling of a little dark. This kind of optometry is correct. CD track tattoo. They're also made more delicate. Let's zoom in. This is from Factory C. Let's look at the typeface. The luminous filling is very uniform. And these nails? All are made more round. He doesn't say it's sharp. The CD track pattern is also very obvious. Beside the C,
overall, it is still relatively clean.
then these prints. Oil-based printing has a three-dimensional sense above here is very clear.
See it diagonally. Okay.
As for the central axis, in fact, let's zoom in to see what he produced. If he has this central axis, there will be a little digging. It's like digging a hole. The same is true, including this side. The premise is that you must see it under a microscope. Just zoom in like this to see it more clearly. Normal social distancing.
It's hard to tell the difference.
And then these lettering, these prints are all there, no big deal. Let's take a look at the versus production. Versus produced. The printing is also very uniform.
It's delicate.
The 3D printing of this is absolutely incredible. Then the CD track pattern is also very clear. Then versus his mid-axis words, it will match better than the C1. He has polished his central axis. So if you zoom in on it, he won't dig holes.
Like this one here, he won't like
And the middle words are the same.
axis words.
Obvious phase. It is more perfect than C's. And then the pointer is very sharp and can't find any burrs. The hands are also very clean. Then the moonlight fill. His moonlight filled It will be a little yellowish than plugged. Just a little bit. In fact, both are correct versions. Just this color, the color difference is better. If we say we want to zoom in,
Can still be
but
distinguished.
from a normal social distance, look at it this way. It's hard to tell which axis is good or
Because
bad.
both are solid central shafts.
See, in fact, his central axis is already not polished very well in every way. If we zoom in dozens of times to see the central axis of the will obviously dig a little bit. The center shaft is really polished.
Zoom in dozens of times to see.
It will do more for the other party than C's. Then the outer circle, lettering these words, it will also be more delicate than C's. The central axis is also better than the C one. Then Elsewhere, shell cover, including steel belt. Let's take a look. If the steel belt is in the middle, and then the sides are brushed like this, brushed line. Both are actually pretty much the steel belt and clasp. Steel belt and walnut. In fact, both factories do the same.
Nothing to pick from.
Because these are the basics. The most important thing is to look at the details of the face done. But factories are actually pretty good.
As long as you don't zoom in.
If you look at it from a normal distance, it is already very more detailed. Definitely, whereas it is better than C. To do better, then the movement. The C1 still uses the 4131 movement in Shanghai. And the VS uses Dandong's 4131 Dandong's is definitely better than Shanghai is doing better. Just polish the chamfers. Polishing is better than Shanghai in all aspects. Prettier. Then stability. It will also be more stable than Shanghai. For example, these two. In fact, the after-sales service is very small. For example, in one drill, among them at 1317 stars. If you wear it normally after sales.
Basically it.
But this one in Shanghai, if 100 are possible, then 3 or 4, that's the difference. In fact, both are very stable. And then the details.
I'm still more inclined.
Do better for Versys. And the cost performance is also Versys higher, because the price of V's is higher than that of VS. The C1 is several cheaper, so if you really like this style, I still recommend Versys production. But C's has been very popular recently. So many merchants are more likely to push C. But we need more details. Definitely Versys better than C's.
And these two words have clasp.
There is also a small detail. As for the clasp, their code is different.
VS's code is 3x1.
Then this word is... The code of C is M5X. Then clasp here. Both of their factories are He has a spring mechanism. When pressed, he has a spring rebound. Same as the round one. Small detail is here. Click it, and it will automatically bounce back. No way he can do that. The child's is C's, and this is BS. If we press the button below, it will pop back up. The clasp is also integrated, including the lettering here. Does he have a spring device here?
If you say 7750,
including some small factories and those of BT. There is no way for him to do this. Click it, and it will automatically turn back to gear. In fact, 2 convertibles. A normal social distance to see. Both are recommended and both are excellent. If you want. If you zoom in and compare it with something very subtle, then the details of V's will definitely be better. C's do better. Then if it is cost-effective, the cost performance of VS is really higher than that of C. So I have always been more inclined towards Versys. Okay, let's understand today.
And thank you for watching.
See you next time. Bye.